we need to get me a new non-masked intro because I don't want to say the pandemic's over because clearly everybody has COVID again. But like I'm past having a mask in my intro, you know? We just don't want it anymore. I have a big meeting after this today, so we're doing a little bit of a get ready with me. What was I trying to say just there? Get ready with me. And what did I say get ready me with? Almost, but then caught myself. And obviously anytime I have a meeting, a underground pimple starts to sprout. Why is that? Laws of physics, obviously. So let's talk television because I was like, listen, I have not been here as often recently. I've been here like once a week. And because of that, you guys, we haven't been talking in the Discord and the Patreon and the Discord. I've been talking a little bit about television, thank goodness. But we haven't talked about Masters of the Air. We haven't talked about that Fargo finale. We haven't talked about the new season of True Detective. We haven't talked about the new season of The Bachelor. We haven't talked about that murder show on Hulu that you guys all told me to watch, so I did and binged it, and I'm caught up on Death and Other Details. We haven't talked about Hazbin Hotel, which is absolutely iconic. We have not talked about television, and so that's what we have to talk about. So for those of you guys who don't know, when I do my makeup, I put on this headband because it keeps my hair back. And when I want my hair to have a nice wave to it, I put it up in this thing. Let's start from the top. I'll show you guys. Just because people are asking about it. So let's go. So here's how this thing works. This is called Sleepy Tie. My friend Rachel invented it. It is absolutely legendary, necessary, and it gives your hair a nice little wave to it if you have a blowout or if you sleep on it. Okay, so what you do is you put your hair up in a ponytail with your hands, like so. Put it at the top of your head. Then you put your hair through the middle of the sleepy tie, and then you wrap it around this part of it, the single part of it. So we're going to go in and out, wrapping this whole thing. This is for the legends who asked me what the fuck was in my hair. And then what I do is twist this around, bring it around town. And then after I bring it around town, so that's sitting, we do this so that we can do our makeup. And now you see what a queen looks like. Yeah. Now I saw that the big thing is on. Listen, I can't move around Christian's schedule all the time. Fucking love him. Love the show. That's pre-taped. I go live when I can go live. Um, watch me live and then watch him after the fact. I'm wearing a shirt right now. You just can't see it there. So whatever. It's just way too hot in here. It's 80 degrees in LA right now. So that. Or watch Christian and then watch me after the fact. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. He's live on Mondays. Oh, he's live right now? That's a bummer for him. I didn't know. He's never live. Or maybe he is sometimes live. What the fuck do I know? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thanks for being here. And yeah, let's get ready to rumble. I doubt he's talking television like I am. I'm sure he's talking about what's going on in the WWE. If I know him at all, he probably has. Oh yeah, Mondays with Rokas, right? Roka and Christian are 100% talking about Vince McMahon right now, 1000%. I'm gonna go back and listen to that episode because I'm super fucking interested on their take on what's going on because uh, eek, eek. It's what a lot of my friends are talking about. Yeah, Ash, I did Naked Truth with Trisha Hirschberger. She had me on an episode. I fucking love that girl. And I thought that show was awesome sauce. That is what this looks like, except for she would sit actually naked, and I'm not sitting naked. I have a shirt on, but more power to her. Okay. Like I said, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. Let's talk television. And I'm not even fucking with you guys. By an entire list, I want to know what is it that you guys have seen this year so far. If you have been listening to me, then you know that my goal this year is to watch 120 TV shows. So last year I hit 115, the year before I hit 115, and I want to do 120 this year. which means that I need to do 10 shows every month, 12 months, 10 shows. That is a lofty fucking goal. So I need to stay on track because I can't fuck it up. Now, one thing that does help me is I include like the comedy specials as TV shows because they get nominated for Emmys, so and comedy specials on streaming. So I do include them in my TV. But one thing that hurts me is that I do not include any show that doesn't come out in 2023. I'm sorry, in 2024. What year is it? So it is all 2024 TV shows that have dropped. So far, I have watched, here's my entire list: The Curse, Echo, Shark Tank, True Detective, Fool Me Once, the Pete Davidson special, Ted, Fargo, Dusty Slay special, Working Man, Hazbin Hotel, Bachelor, Death and Other Details, Masters of the Air. That is 13 shows so far. Some of them are still in the middle of their run, and I'll be adding expats to that list before February comes. But we're in the middle of Bachelor. We have 2 more episodes of Hazbin. We have a few more episodes of True Detective. Shark Tank runs the entire year, and Death and Other Details we're in the middle of. Same with Master of the Air. But I'm on track. Any show that has episodes in 2024, I count. So even though The Curse started in 2023 or Fargo started in 2023, they air in 2024. So I count them. And that's that. Okay. So now you guys have all of my rules. What of these shows are you watching? What have you watched? What are you liking? I am. Kim Susie says that sounds sad as fuck. This is the thing. Television really and truly is my passion. I've learned this over the years. I like movies a lot. I review movies. I screen them. I think movies are amazing. The best movies are the best things in the world. But since I was a little girl, I have always been obsessed with television. I love storytelling. I love watching, sticking with characters for years at a time. I love how much I feel like television can be like therapy and show you new perspectives, new ways of life. I love the exposure TV gives to people that you may or may not have ever known that person or anybody like that person. I really, truly love television. I love it. So it's not sad to me. It's my passion. Like I love, and one day, and I wrote a TV show that I think is super fucking strong. One day I hope to make it. You guys know I'm starting more in the indie world, but I would love, love, love. My end goal is to be a Mindy Kaling, a Tina Fey, an Amy Poehler, an Issa Rae. I would love to be producing and starring in my own show. And because of that, I watch a lot of TV. I think people who make TV and don't watch TV, I think that's really lame. If you make movies but you don't watch any movies, that's really fucking lame. Do you even love it? If you're not a consumer of the content you're creating, then is it even something that you're passionate about? And to be in this industry where you guys know I'm working my fucking ass off all day, every day. And part of that is watching things so that I know what is out there in what arenas. But if this is your dream, I 3,000 miles away from my family. I work 90 to 100-hour weeks. I barely do anything else. If it's your dream, shouldn't you like to watch TV and movies? You would think that would be part of it. Let's go to the stream. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Tabitha Rodriguez. Yes, Tabitha says, hey, Roxy, it's been a long time since I checked in a live stream, but I've been following you on Instagram. Congratulations on your movie again. Wishing you nothing but the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I actually have 2 crazy movie things that are dropping this week. Number one, we are launching, I believe it's tomorrow, for Gunplay movie, which is the DJ Wooldridge movie that I'm starring in as this failed stand-up comedian who's now a rideshare driver. It's a heist movie. It is. I fell in love with the script the first time I read it. It's just awesome, and they're launching the Kickstarter for that tomorrow. And then on the 1st, and we haven't shot any of that yet. And then on the 1st, this movie that I shot I don't know if you guys remember the end of last year, there was a movie that I shot called Party of Darkness, and it's already been shot, but they need finishing funds for it. So they're launching that on the 1st for finishing funds for that. But that's 2 different movies coming your way from your girl rocks. I also filmed the short with a lot of the cast of Crust that I loved, that I just got an email updating me about, asking for the proper credit for me. So that means that hopefully that will be coming at some point soon. So the acting world is kicking off. It's spinning. It's what my meeting is about later today. There's shit going on, and I'm really, really excited about a lot of it. I will keep you guys updated as I'm moving and grooving, because like I said, it's my dream, and I'm excited to be hopefully starting to live it a little more so. Um, she says, while struggling to pay every single bill that comes in the door. What a dream. What a dream. You guys know a lot of you are artists too. It's fucking hard out here, right? And I don't mean out here as in LA. I mean out here as in this industry. It's just really, 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 really hard. So those of you guys asking about how to get rid of pimples, I wholeheartedly believe in pimple patches, especially the little spikers in them. Get this green kind, and it really helps because it started going last night, and I feel like I've stopped it dead in its track. I'm gonna be able to cover it. Oh, whoa, yeah. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's continue to talk about television. So I want to know from you guys, what are you watching? Are you watching anything that I didn't name on my list that I'm watching? Because if so, you got to tell me early on in the year so I can get to it, so I can send recommendations in the Streamlabs. Okay, let's start with The Curse. Curse was effing excellent. The finale of The Curse was extremely divisive. If you guys didn't watch it, that was the Nathan Fielder, Safdie Stone show. It was the weirdest of Nathan Fielder's show, and that's really saying something, but it's scripted. So that's why. And I think that this is, if you like cringe TV, if you like Nathan For You or The Rehearsal, if you like watching Emma Stone play a character that's unbelievably uncomfortable, which she knocked out of the park, then I definitely, definitely recommend that you watch The Curse. I will say, be prepared for one of the strangest finales of all time. And if you think too much about it, it doesn't quite make sense. But if you think even more about it, oh no, how did I do that? Just stab myself in the eye, guys. But if you think even more about it, it totally does make sense. So just watch my eye bleed to death because I have claws for nails now. These are my actual nails. Ah! We got to get this out. By the way, while I'm taking care of whatever the fuck I just did, look how cute these fucking are. Can you see these snowflakes on my nails? I got this blue chrome. Let's see if you can see. And they've got these snowflakes on them. I'm obsessed with my nail artist. She is a queen. She texts me, "Hello, am I seeing you soon?" And I'm like, oh my God. Good reminder. What the fuck with the Curse finale, though? Yeah, I know. The Curse finale was really wild. I don't think we're going to get a season 2. I think that would be kind of weird. I think they wanted to do what they wanted to do, and that's what they wanted to do. So anybody else into The Curse, let me know. I thought that the finale was perfect for the show, but I understand why some people really didn't enjoy it. Oh, I brought this over to show you guys too, for those of you guys who follow my skincare routines, because I've been on a skincare journey despite Pimplegate. Usually I have pretty good, even skin. I got this used to the people under eye cream, and it's just like a much thicker cream for my under eyes that I use at nighttime. I'm not using it in the day, but chef's kiss, really good. I have really bad dark circles, and it's been very helpful for hydration. Okay, so that was The Curse. Then on to Echo. I think I talked about this a little bit here. I don't think that this is something that's really worth our time for me to harp on too much, because just it was so mid to me. I don't have anything to shit on. I don't have anything to rave about. I thought that the show was completely fine, and some people are loving it. It wasn't for your girl. It was fine. So that was probably my least favorite watch of the year so far, honestly. Shark Tank, This is my nighttime show where when I just want to fade off, it gives me so many creative ideas that usually I make up something in my dreams, like some entrepreneur shit. And you guys know I usually nightmare. So it's nice to have a dream sequence in which I'm creating random shit because Shark Tank for the win. Love that show. I binge. Still in the middle of binging all 15 seasons, but I'm caught up on this season and I've watched 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now 15, and 1 and 2. So I have to do 3 through 9. I watch it in such a weird way. I fucking love this show. So, True Detective. I watched last night's episode. I'm liking this show. I love the True Detective franchise. I think that it is a really solid season so far. No spoilers, but if you're like me, then you're probably a little nervous that they're going to sneak into the supernatural realm because they're kind of doing some things that go there. I have to get my eyeshadow palette. Don't move. Talk to each other. Keep each other engaged. You know the deal. Must get eyeshadow palette. Hopefully it's in this bag because I can't run back. Do we think it's in here? The tone is all over. Yeah, I feel you, girl. Like, I just think that they're having a wee bit of a challenge, a little bit of a tough time figuring out what they want to do with it. I'm getting this wet. That's for my sponge. Okay. So I think they're having a hard time figuring out totally what they want to do, but they've got great performances. They still have me hooked. I'm definitely into it, but I can't tell what fully they're trying to do. And that might end up being a problem. This True Detective season is not landing with me the same way that some other True Detective seasons, like number 1 have, or even number 3, I think I liked more at this point. But the performances are solid, and I really like the relationship of Jodie's character and the guy under her. I think that's really strong, and I'm interested. I think that something that doesn't bode well for True Detective is just how unreal Fargo was this season. Now, I I know those are two completely different shows, but they're two long-running franchises that are highly anticipated that both oftentimes have to do with detective work, and because of that, I do think it's kind of fair to do a little bit of a comparison. Also, both of them took place in very cold weather places right now, or for these seasons. And because of that, I can't help but want to compare. And Fargo was just like an exceptional season. I love Juno Temple. I think, and I love John Hamm. And I think that the the premise this season just had me completely and utterly hooked. Did any of you guys watch Fargo? And do any of you guys think that that is affecting your viewing experience with True Detective like I am? Okay, Brittany says, FYI, it wasn't originally going to be True Detective, separate entity show for its intent. It's unfortunate Max didn't have enough faith in it. What wasn't it wasn't originally going to be True Detective? Oh, the show wasn't going to be a True Detective show. See, that would have been better. It's the fact that it is True Detective, but then it's kind of like doing supernatural stuff that I'm like, For my friends, a few of my friends have texted me being like, I don't know, I'm not into True Detective this season. I've been saying to them, like, if you don't like it, go to Fargo. And the good thing about Fargo is an anthology series like True Detective, so you can just jump on anytime. Mike Joyce in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, I've watched Ted, Masters of the Air, Echo, Hazbin Hotel, True Detective, Monarch so far. Also accidentally started a karaoke request. I sent a karaoke request to the Streamlabs instead of World a few weeks ago. Any chance you can sing it now? Mike, not today. Didn't we do? I already sent that money to Steph, and we didn't do anything. You wanted to hear Murder on the Dance Floor? Yeah, because I'd have to look up the lyrics. I'm trying to do my makeup, and I don't do that on this stream. But remind me again in the future, and I'll do the best that I can. And try real. I'm obsessed with you guys. Try so hard not to do that because it fucks with our taxes. And already I'm so annoyed because we have to use this company called ADP, because legally we have to use his payroll company and we have to pay for it every month. It costs fucking thousands of dollars a year, which we don't fucking have. And they overcharged us this month because we took D off, but then instead of just charging the rest of us the same, they charged her portion to us. It's just a fucking nightmare. So anyway, already dealing with Taxgate. But remind us over there and we'll make it happen. Faux show. Appreciate you. Just not right now. I did put that on my 2024 playlist though, and I didn't realize that song came out in 2001 or 2002. How crazy is that shit? Would you guys have ever known that? Way to go, Saltburn, for giving it a crazy resurgence. I never knew the song before Saltburn. So that's kind of wild. All right, Hazbin Hotel. I'm doing reactions for Real Rejects. If you guys want to see my real in-depth thoughts on that show, please make sure you check it out. We're filming more this week when the final 2 episodes drop. I cannot believe how much I'm loving that show. You guys know me. You know I am not usually an animated girly. I do like some animated series. I tend to love at least one animated movie a year, but I'm not on top of my animated shows. I haven't seen Blue Eye Samurai. I haven't seen Arcane. I haven't seen any of this animated shows that you guys keep suggesting that I watch. I haven't seen One Piece. I didn't even see the live action one of that yet. So I'm not usually the animated queen, but Hazbin Hotel, I'm absolutely loving. I can't believe some of the themes that they're touching on that show. I think it is so well done. It was that show that came out on YouTube and then moved over to Amazon. And it is super worth your time, especially if you love Harley Quinn the animated series. I feel like this one is super duper for you, because it's excellent. So check it out if you haven't. Have any of you guys seen Hazbin Hotel? I can't believe how few of you guys none of you told me to watch this show, and it is like definitely one of the best of the year. It's really, really, really good. Oh, Ash, you watch. Do you not love it as much as I do? What the fuck, Ash? It's so good. Fool Me Once. What fucking show is that? I watched it. It's on my list. It's not a good sign for a show when I don't even remember what it was. Fool Me Once. Oh yeah, that was a Netflix show that I really liked actually. The show reminded me a lot of Revenge. I watched it in like one day, binged it. It was like a soap opera-y revenge, really fun murder mystery. It's not as well done as Death and Other Details, which is the other murder mystery of the year. That is the Mandy Patinkin show. Grammy she loves him, but she can't help it. She keeps calling him Mandy Patinkin. And I correct her every time, and I need to stop because who the fuck cares? But I love him. And crazy enough, the star of it is this girl, Violet Bean, who I interviewed back in the day for Screen Junkies. And she was so fucking lovely, and we were friendly after that. And I'm stoked for her because she is a effing star. She's so, so, so good in the show. And I'm liking it a lot. It's not like prestige television, but it's super fun, interesting. You want to know who did the murder, how it was done. And like I said, Mandy Patinkin, and he is bomb.com. A lot of you guys told me to watch this one. And I didn't even realize Violet was in it. And then when I started watching, I was like, oh, no fucking way. She must have come on like Flash and Friends back in the day at Screen Junkies or one of the DC shows when she was on the DC TV show. And yeah, this was like super, super entertaining, and they're doing a good job with it. I like the performances a lot, and I think that if you're looking for a murder mystery show, it's kind of like what is the Tiffany Haddish one that I like? It kind of feels like the same vibe as that. After Party, I think is what it's called. Pete Davidson special I thought was good. If you like Pete Davidson specials, you'll think it's great. If you don't like Pete Davidson, you're not going to like it. It's very, very Pete Davidson. The other special that I watched was Dusty Slay, Working Man. This one didn't do it for me. It was not offensive. It was not horrible. It just was kind of like, all right. I don't know that his humor is, to me, like laugh out loud funny. So a lot of the jokes just didn't land. You could see what he's trying to do. And so happy to watch it, but take it or leave it. Ted, absolutely obsessed. Streamlabs in your answers, by the way, guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send support. I'm only here for as often as you guys allow me to be here, which is why I've been here less recently. Mo support, mo viewing, mo better. So, Ted, go Boston. You guys know, big Boston girl. Love Ted, love Seth MacFarlane stuff. And I thought that this show had absolutely no business being this good. I was like, this show is not going to be good. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. And then I watched the pilot, and it was one of those shows where you were like, I don't want to watch this with anybody else because I'm embarrassed over the shit that I'm laughing at, but it's so fucking funny. Uh, it's super, super, super funny, but like, eek. Like, am I allowed to laugh at that? Who's allowed to laugh at that joke? So just know you don't want to watch this around people that are going to judge you for thinking certain things are funny because then they're going to judge you for liking this show. All right. Let's see. Bachelor. There's another episode on tonight. I watched the first episode. I loved Joey. Joey to me is like such a great bachelor. I'm actually kind of bummed I'm not on the season because what if Joey's supposed to be my husband? Just throwing that out there. But it's fun to watch. There was some, I can't believe this is okay. For anybody who doesn't watch The Bachelor, I'm just going to give you the big drama of the episode. There's sisters that went on this episode and they didn't want to tell him they were sisters. And they were like fighting for who was going to kiss him first. And I just have to say how different people are on this planet because if my sister ever even thought a guy was cute, if she went on a date with a guy, if she had kissed a guy, if she talked about a guy, if she had spent time with a guy, if anything to do with that guy, I would rather throw myself off the balcony than look at him twice. Like, I just can't imagine going on The Bachelor as sisters and like being in competition over a guy, over who kisses him first. It just makes no fucking sense to me. And it is why some people I feel like really don't like this show because it does show a lot of like the worst parts of society. And I guess at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Neither of them going to end up with him, and it's just for TV. You know, it's just so they can both get more famous. But like, I just can't get over that we're okay with this. Happened this season on X on the X on the Beach. No. The season of F Boy Island. It happened this season of F Boy Island, where on F Boy Island, there were brothers on the show. She had to pick between these brothers. There was twins and there were brothers. And it's just like, ugh. Why would you want to date the same person as your sibling? On that show, at least there's multiple people to date, so they kind of tried to like spread out who they were dating. But on The Bachelor, it's just Joey. I just can't ever get behind siblings dating the same person. It makes no fucking sense to me. And it makes me like them both less. I can't help it. Brittany says, sisters, yay. That's how I feel. Like, what the fuck, guys? What is this for TV? But just like, isn't there better ways to get famous? There's gotta be, because it can't be dating the same person as your sister. It's weird. Ash in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, Hazbin Hotel just came out as a show like 2 weeks ago. I think you might also like Hell of a Boss on YouTube. It's a webtoon that takes place in the same universe and only Vizzy Pop's YouTube channel. Yeah, so the pilot for Hazbin Hotel was on Vizzy Pop 4 years ago. And then I've heard I'm going to like Hell of a Boss. Isn't it a spin-off? I know same universe, but I thought it was one of the same characters, or is it not? Let me know. Then I watched Masters of the Air. God, it's like, here's the thing. You want to be like, no, do we really need another World War II piece of content? Do we really need this? Could it be that good? Spielberg, could it? Tom Hanks, could this be that good? You know, them banding together on the production side of things. Could this be that good? Do I need this? Do I have to watch this? And then it's like, holy fuck, it's so fucking well done. You know what I love about this show? It really shows how much these soldiers are kids and don't know what the fuck they're doing and are flying by the seat of their pants. And it's got unbelievable people in it. Barry Keegan's in it. the Austin Butler, that new guy that's dating Dua Lipa, who's really good too. It's got a lot of people, and it is unbelievably shot. You feel like ridiculously claustrophobic. The storylines have been interesting. There have been three episodes. How many did I watch? Part 1 and part 2, and then did I do the third one? It's on Apple. I've watched everyone that's out. It is so fucking good. It's so good. It looks so good. I don't know how there's possibly another World War II thing, but it makes sense. War, it's a trying time where the stakes are as high as possible. And we're watching that. We're also seeing the inner beef between the United States and England and how they decide to fight versus how we decide to fight, which I thought was really interesting. And I wanted to, not wanted to, I always want things to do well, but I kind of thought I was going to come on here and be like, this show's fine, but do we need another World War II show? And then I watched and I'm just like, fuck, show's so fucking good. It is so good. I feel like this is possibly the first must-see TV show of 2024. Like, this is one of those that you're like, okay, this will probably be nominated for the Emmys. This deserves every nomination it gets so far. We don't know because it could end up not being good at the end. But so far, from what I've seen, if you want to be up to date on TV and you're somebody who likes to watch all the biggest shows of the year, I cannot imagine this not being talked about as one of the best of the year. Because so far, it's fucking fire. I'm going to be getting out of here soon, so send in any last minute streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chats, get in your questions, comments, concerns. Thank you to Tabitha, Mike, and Ash for the support in the Streamlabs thus far. Appreciate you guys mucho. And yeah, tell me what you're watching. Leave recommendations for me. Like I said, there's still a couple that I need to watch. Expats. I've been waiting for that one. I think the first episode came out this week. I definitely will. For shows that I watched this year that didn't come out this year, I watched Loudermilk. It was being pushed to me on Netflix. There wasn't a lot of content out already this year, so I decided to watch it. It is really, really well done. It's about sober friends, which is like an offshoot of AA, and it is really, I think, a good inner look at different personality types and different relationship struggles. And I've talked to some of my sober friends about it, and they're like, this is not what AA is like. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But it is an entertaining show that I think touches on some of the same issues, topics, etc. So I'm into it. So, okay. And I didn't watch, what is it called? Something Son, Mother Son, Father Son, something like that. The Netflix show. I started it, but it's an action show, and I just didn't feel like having to stare at the screen and like action shows. You can't kind of like walk around and do things. So yeah, Brother Son. Thank you. Okay, I got to really focus on that one. I think, which I just haven't yet. And then I heard it was good, and then I heard it was mid. So you guys let me know if I should watch that. Okay. Thanks for being here. Shout out to those of you guys who were able to Streamlabs in, super chat in. I will see you guys next time. For this week, we're doing World Girls at 5 today for our patrons. Then we'll be doing a watch along with the World Girls at 5 o'clock on Wednesday for our patrons. And then our episode will drop, our chicken shop dates on Wednesday. I'll also be filming Real Rejects a couple of times this week. We'll get out the rest of our Hazbin Hotel. Oh, Ash, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says there's like a couple supporting or recurring characters that cross over between Hell of a Boss and Hazbin, but I think mostly they stand alone. Interesting. Do you think it's as good? I'm curious. And then I will be with Christian. We film Wednesday. You guys can see that Thursday, and Only Stupid Answers on Friday. Like I said, I also have things dropping in the acting world, so be on the lookout for that. You can see it on my social. Mel says, okay, busy lady, lucky to be busy. Girl, don't I know it. It's like I have to be after the strike and everything. It's been difficult because the only times I ever take off work is when I end up in the emergency room with Papo or Grammy or dealing with stuff with them, and that's been a lot. So it's like I feel so, so, so guilty any days that I have to do that because I really, really need to focus on working. So I am grateful for any of the gigs that come up. Um, yes, very, very grateful. Very lucky to be able to book anything. I know is a grind. All right. Much love, friends. Stay safe, stay sane, put down toilets and lid. We don't want those flumes. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Holy shit. Justice for all of the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, wherever you're on the rainbow. We love you. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Holy fuck. If you're not watching the news recently with these women, and to all of the men who stand by those women who are getting their eyes taken out. Anyway, golden sparkles for the Zen one himself, Glenn Caesar. We love you. We miss you. And yeah, thinking about all of you guys. Hope that you're managing to keep it together right now. Challenging times we're in. Much love. Later.